Hey everyone, I am here back with another lesson for y'all. I hope y'all have had a great week, and we got to have a Zoom call this past weekend yesterday, and it was really fun. A couple of y'all joined us, and we had a few of our volunteers, and we had a really good talk, and we just hung out and we talked about what was going on recently in our lives and any sort of fun activities we're doing and stuff like that. So I hope that those that were on the call had a good time as well, and I hope that we can have more calls and we can have more preteens show up and have fun together. So those will be definitely in our future, and we'll have certain dates that I will set up for that. So today I wanted to talk about a little story that Jesus is involved in where he is casting out demons. We hear a lot about Jesus's miracles, what Jesus has done, and Jesus cast out a lot of demons. And today we're going to talk about a lot of maybe what our demons are in our life, and maybe what we're facing, whether it's at home right now or whether it's when we get back to school, anything like that. So I'm going to be reading out of the book of Luke. Luke is in our 4 Gospels, and it is the 3rd one, and I'm going to be in chapter 4, and I'm going to be reading verses 31 through 37. It's a short little story, but it's got a lot of stuff in there. So I'm going to start reading it, and then you can follow along, or I'll put the words on right now. Jesus went down to the city of Capernaum in Galilee and taught the people each Sabbath. They were amazed by his teaching because he delivered his message with authority. A man in the synagogue had the spirit of an unclean demon. He screamed, "Hey, what have you to do with us, Jesus of Nazareth? Have you come to destroy us? I know who you are. You are the Holy One from God." "Silence," Jesus said, speaking harshly to the demon. "Come out of him." The demon threw the man down before them, then came out of him without harming him. They were all shaken and said to each other, "What kind of word is this, that he can command unclean spirits with authority and power, and they leave?" Reports about him spread everywhere in the surrounding region. So, let's talk a little bit about that. It's a normal Sabbath. Jesus is going to the temple, going to the synagogue to teach, just like he normally would. And there's someone there who has a demon in him, and he is saying, he's kind of taunting Jesus a little bit. He's like, "What are you doing here? How can you help us, Jesus of Nazareth? Have you come to destroy us?" Because he is the Holy One from God. And Jesus has none of it. We see Jesus is just straight to the point. Be quiet, silence, and come out of him. And the demon does. And these people, the crowd, the people that were at the synagogue are like, "Oh my goodness, even demons obey to him." And then the news about this spread everywhere, like it normally probably does when they see Jesus do something radical that they've never really seen before. There were definitely people back in Jesus's time who claimed that they could do certain things that Jesus did while he was on earth, and they couldn't do it, obviously, but Jesus could. And so finally, when the people are seeing that, oh my gosh, this guy actually can do some really unexplainable things, they're kind of shaken up inside, and they're like, "Oh, we got to take this man seriously. He is different than us." And so something I want to talk about today, though, is our demons. They're not really what we're seeing here in the story of demons, but we're definitely going to have some. But our demons sometimes are going to try to get us to back down from stuff. And we can also have demons that don't even do that. They're just probably the wrong choice, whether that is at school, whether that's at home, and maybe they're the wrong choice, or maybe it just happens, they just slip. But Jesus can obviously cast those out. Jesus can find those and deliver them away from you. And a lot of that has to come with a relationship with God, where you trust God and you build this relationship with him. So when you're faced with these demons, try to find a way to start pointing them out, or maybe even just recognizing them and going to an immediate response to God and saying, "God, I see this happening. I feel this way, and I need your help. I need your help to guide me through this problem, this situation. with my friend or with my mom or with my dad or with my siblings, and help me find a way to get through this. Help me find a way to find a resolution with this person. There's a moment there where we can start recognizing I need to go and talk to God about this and just pray. You know, my prayer a lot of times is just kind of talking out loud, and it's kind of, I say I'm talking to myself, but I give it all up to God and be like, this is what's going on right now and I need help, because we can't do it on our own. And so maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's just thinking. God knows what we're thinking, and maybe it's just thinking to him of like, God, I literally don't know what to do and I need you right now. And that's a prayer. That's a great prayer to give to God. And he'll be with you in that. And he will cast away those fears and those demons and those problems if you go in relationship with him. And he does it through you of choosing not to do that wrong thing and to go and do the right thing. And to put yourself in a different situation or away from that situation or problem. And so that's what I want to really share with y'all this morning of, we're gonna have demons in our life, and we need to know how to deal with those and how to resolve those problems in our life of going to God about it and praying and being like, I really need your help right now, and he will be there for you. I hope that you'll take this information this week and kind of go through this week of just praying a little bit more to God. You know, it's hard sometimes to point out our demons in our life or that we're dealing with right now, and we always need to practice on prayer. I always need to practice on prayer. And so I hope that you'll have an amazing week. I will send out an email again this week of just what's going on in preteens. And I will see y'all again next week.